Oh, daddy.
Get her off, John. Get her off. She's got my leg. Back to We Can Fix It, to where if we work together, we can fix just about anything. My name's Danny, and today on We Can Fix It, I am literally fixing a lot of stuff. So, we have my son's little lightsaber here, who's a, to a game, and it broke. My girlfriend, she has a couple of hair clips that she broke, and various odds and ends type of repairs. Nothing too outlandish. We're not making anything today, just literally fixing stuff that's broken. So let's get to it. So I kind of put this in a bit of a fast forward mood here. It's not much to what I'm getting ready to do. I'm just unloading a whole lot of stuff to pretty much work on. This light here I'm going to take apart and do a green lantern so stay tuned for that. And I don't know exactly when I'll put that out, but we're going to try to do a green lantern that will be glowing. So first thing I'm doing here today is just changing some batteries out. Fairly simple. Everybody's done it. These lightsabers that I'm working on here are custom built. They are they have what's called an obsidian chip inside them, and it's funny because when the batteries are low, if you've seen the intros for my lightsabers, you'll see where I say it calls me an idiot. Well, the obsidian lightsabers, when they run out of power, they whisper obsidian, and it sounds just like it's saying you're an idiot. So me and the son really got a kick out of that when we heard it. And but like I said, pretty much it's all I'm doing is just changing out the batteries in these. For starters, I got a few other things that I'm doing. So I'm not sure about that little light with the black. I can't think of what it's called, like a bell thing on it right there on the bottom right. I really don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with that. I put it on the table trying to, get some inspiration, trying to figure out what I could use it for. But I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to be using it for. Now, it takes a while before I can get these lightsabers to come on and cut off because of the fact that they hadn't been used in a long time. And they're real picky about how you put the batteries in them. Because you can put the batteries in, it'll work with the battery case out. But as soon as you put the battery case in and screw everything back together, they die again. So that was really a headache. So this is the second one here. And also we will be putting them on the wall as well. Now this lightsaber is to a game. This is the Luke Skywalker Vader style, I guess, lightsaber. One of the ears broke off of it, and I'm taking a little super glue and gluing it back on. And we're not going to be playing with it or anything, so it's perfectly fine to use super glue on it. It's just for show for now. So here it's moving a little fast, but this is just like a butterfly style hair bow. hair clip, I mean, and it was hot glued together, and I just glued it back together for her. She's gave me another one that has like little cherries on it, and it's the same situations. It was hot glued together, and I just glued it back together for her. Next on We Can Fix It, we have a little dog in here trying to cuddle with me. She's just trying to enjoy my company. So my boy won this when he was playing baseball, and for some reason or another, you can see in the back right there, the bat on it broke. So I'm just gonna real quickly glue it back together. The thing about stuff like this is you're not playing with it, so super glue will work. It's just you can't put it into a place where it could have a lot of pressure on it and break it again. There could be other ways to put this back together, but I find that super glue works best, especially for a whatnot that's just going to sit on a shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick, and we'll be done with this little project. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it. It's already put back together, and you can hold it, buy it if you wish. Pretty sturdy. Now, what you do is I've got some of this super glue right here. Very cheap brand. But you go out and you buy this. It's an activator for super glue. I think the Cyoaculator or something like that is what it's called, but it is a accelerator for super glue. Alright, next is one of my girlfriends goes on a keychain, and it's from Vampire Diaries, I believe is the show's name, and it's one of the characters that she likes. So I had to rebend the wire back together because it got in a bind and pulled off the wire that holds it together. So that's pretty much it right there. Real simple. Like I said, not much rough today, just a whole lot of small fixes. This right here is to a PlayStation 3 remote controller, and I'm taking the back off of it because when you go to plug the controller in, it pushes the plug-in into the unit, and there's, I think, 4 screws in the back of it. You got to take the little rubber feet off the bottom of it, and take the screws out, pop it apart, and there's not much to it internally, and you can kind of see there it's just a couple of wires. So I just took a screwdriver and pushed them back through, and glued them back in place, and hey, there you go. That's about it. I did as much as the last person did when they put it together. So most situations in life such as this is you have 2 choices. You either fix it, throw it away, and buy another one, or just do without. So I try to fix almost everything that breaks, and if I don't fix it, I'm not by any means greedy. I'll go buy another one, but it's just I want to see if I can fix it first, because if there's a chance that I can fix something that costs $50, why would I need to spend $50? Just doesn't make no sense to me. But like I said, with this was an easy fix. Just glue the plugins back into place, and I'm done. Now I'm still kind of getting used to editing and everything on this channel, so you'll have to apologize for my editing and all, because it's kind of a little rough for me still, trying to figure out what I want this channel to be. Oh, this right here is a neat little device. It's 2 fans. It's one on either side. You put this around your neck, and you can cut it on, and it will cool you off. I'm not sure if it's actually refrigerated in it or not, but I can tell you what, when you turn that sucker on, it actually does cool you off. It actually feels like it's got some type of refrigeration unit inside of it to help keep you cool. As soon as you put it on, it immediately it cools you off. The only thing I can figure is it's possible that, being that it's blowing on your neck, because you have some main arteries that go through your neck, that it's actually cooling them arteries and tricking you into thinking that, you know, it's freezing cold. Because trust me, when you cut that thing on, it feels like it is freezing cold. And it doesn't take long. Now, what was wrong with this is there's a piece up at the top that was ripped off. It was 2 rubber pieces, and I told the girlfriend, I said, the only thing I can do for it is try super glue, and if it doesn't work, throw it away, because there's not much that I can do for rubber. Whoop. I dropped my mic. There's super glue doesn't really like to adhere to rubber, and if it does adhere, it really tears up the rubber, or tries to tear off the rubber fairly easily. All right, and this is the very last thing we will be doing today. And trust me, I have more. So it's never ending. It's always something to do in this house. Always something that breaks, that needs to be fixed. So trust me, I decided to make the channel because it's just too much. And I'd like to share it all with everybody. This is more of a not really a need to fix it, but I'm tired of it sitting on the shelf undone. So it's I've never seen one before. I don't know where this person got this at, but it was given to us by somebody. I ain't got a clue who. Ain't that nice? And it's a Jaws rubber, whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a paperweight, but it's made of rubber, and but it has jaws, and it has it's 3 of the barrels. It has 3 of the little barrels that held him above water in the movie. I have no clue where this thing came from. I am completely clueless. But I figured, hey, I've got it sitting on a shelf, and I'm going to go on ahead and paint this and put it up because I'm tired of looking at it being blue. I'm just using the regular paints that I've been using throughout this entire channel. Just go back on some of my previous videos under the 3D prints, like the God of War print, and you'll be able to see what kind of paints I use. It's nothing that special. They're very cheap. They were Amazon bought. They are acrylic paints, and they might chip off. I know you can rub them off of this plastic. I might throw a little clear coat on it later on. But I was just so tired of looking at this thing, this big blue glob sitting up on the doggone shelf, that I decided to make it a part of this video and just get it the frick out of my way. And you can see in super speed here, I'm painting like the Flash, that I painted in the yellow first, and on the barrels. And the barrels have like a rope around each of the barrels. I'm yawning like crazy today, which it's getting ready to rain, so that might be a reason. Anyway, there's rope around the barrels, and so you need to get. Well, I needed to get the yellow painted in first, so that way I could paint in the color of the ropes, and then I believe I start on the white next, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to find out. I don't remember how I did this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't. The days just start collecting together when you start working like crazy to fix everything in the house. It's maddening. Yes. The paint job on this came together really, really nice. I mean, really nice. And trust me when I say this, I'm no painter as far as hand painting goes. I can paint a car, I can paint wood, I can paint whatever you want that's a nice, shiny, glossy coat. But when it comes to hand painting, yeah, I suck. Now, I did like 2 or 3 coats of yellow on these barrels, but it didn't really cover. And I got to looking at the barrel, and I'm like, in the movie they weren't nice and pristine. They were all tore up. So maybe it's good that it's not fully covering. You don't get to see blue behind it. It kind of is a darker color of yellow, like it's been scuffed up. So that worked out to my advantage. So I was able to leave them that kind of dingy look to them. The water, being that the whole thing is freaking blue, all I had to do is just lightly dust some white over top of it, which was real simple. You just take a paintbrush and you dip it in white, clean 80% of that white off the brush, and then kind of lightly dust over the waves, and you'll have what's pretty much a white cap effect, to where it looks like the waves are white capping. And the thing is when you paint something, from what I've understood, which I do know for a fact, that there are no real straight lines in nature. And on the Jaws figure here, I wanted to give that divide of the white border on the shark to not be straight. So I kind of intentionally kind of waved my hand a little bit to give it a little bit of a jagged coloring. And it seemed to have worked out pretty good. And then I come back with the other color on the bottom, that gray. And when I come up through there, I followed that jagged look. And I kind of went over it a little bit to kind of give it a look of like the two colors are meshing together, kind of like on a real shark. And it came out extremely well. Really surprised at how it came out. But unfortunately, I am not done with Jaws yet, because this little figure, or whatever you wish to call it, is the beginning of Jaws. I've got a print that I'm going to be doing that is of the orca, and I'm going to smash the back of it, and I'm going to find a great white print of the great white's mouth open, and I'm going to do a little scene type of thing where you see the boat, the great whites on the boat, and the boat's starting to sink. And I think that it would be really neat to do it. I might even take and put the oxygen tank in the shark's mouth when I do all of this. It's not going to be movie accurate because the shark didn't really get the oxygen tank in its mouth until it went into the side of the boat. But still, I think it would be pretty cool to just have this whole scene set up, a good conversational piece, if you will. Now, when you do stuff, I don't know about anybody else that's making videos, but for me, when you do stuff like this, when you fast forward through the video, the video pauses, which makes it very hard to commentate. It sucks. Let's just say that. But regardless of how bad it is, we are getting closer and closer to the end of this video. And from my end, I'm seeing a blue shark with a little yellow. And I know, being that it is the 21-minute mark here, that I have done a bit more than just paint the barrels. Oh, wait. My arm is now in the way. Good Lord. I don't know how many people is actually going to be watching this. But I can tell you right now, from my end, this is pretty dang boring. Because this thing is not moving whatsoever. Also, one of the things that I did find challenging was trying to figure out the what was inside the shark's mouth, like what color. Red, or like a gray, or a white, or I don't know. I don't know what the inside of a shark's mouth is supposed to be, so I just painted it red. I figure he didn't ate enough people that he's got blood in there anyway. So, and the teeth on the shark was actually pretty easy to do. Again, just kind of done that dusting of white over the teeth, and it worked out really well. The eyes were actually the hardest part to get on this little toy thing. The shark's eyes had to have been the hardest thing for me to paint. I went to paint them, and they looked like cat's eyes. They did. I remember in the movie he says that the eyes looked like they were black and they looked like doll's eyes. And I said, well, I'll just use black, because that's what they were. And I went to paint them in, and I got to looking at it, and I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but I take and pull it away a little bit, and I'm like, that don't look right. And I get to painting on them a little bit more. But I thought that was funny myself. All done. We are all done. Just letting you know I'm no painter, so this is as good as I can do for right now. But I think it turned out okay. I don't think it's that bad. Oh no. Tell you one thing I will do. I need to put some black in his gills. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I think it looks alright. the way it is. So this is going to go on the shelf. We're done with another project. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode of We Can Fix It. There wasn't much to do really, aside from just, fixing stuff. Funny, we can fix it and I fix stuff. But regardless, I just hope this encourages you to take the time in trying to fix your own things that breaks. It's easy to throw another $5-10 away at something that's broke. But what if you could fix it? It's already broke. Hey, you can't break it, right? Just remember, if we work together, we can fix just about anything.